So I'm here with Brian Etheridge, who is Secretary for the Scottish Raptor Study Group up in the Highlands. That's correct, isn't it?
That's right.
Yep. And why are you here today?
I'm here to support Hen Harrier Day because I'm passionate about hen harriers and I want to see more of them.
Yeah, and we were chatting earlier and you were saying basically they should be all over the place and they're not.
They should be. Yeah, they should be. They're a moorland species. They like open ground. They like that sort of rolling heather moorland, of which Scotland's got millions of acres of. And yet, you know, the number of hen harriers up there greatly diminished.
And in your opinion, the reason they're not there?
The reason they're not there where they should be is that large numbers of them are being killed every year on driven grouse moors.
Yeah, simple as that.
Very simple. They're attracted to grouse moors because they have an abundance of prey species. They have lots of voles, they have lots of meadowpipits, and they're attracted by those two species mainly, but also they will feed on young grouse.
Yeah.
And for the gamekeepers, that's totally unacceptable. So anything that's even conceived to be possibly damage the grouse stocks, you know, even a mildest suspicion must be got rid of.
Yeah. And so you've got a specimen here.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened to this one.
Yeah,
many years ago, but
yeah, I obtained this 25 years ago. This bird was shot somewhere in the Highlands. It was then stuffed, and it was being sold to foreign tourists who came here to shoot birds, shoot grouse. It was part of a large number of stuffed birds of prey that were taken by the police. And the person responsible for obtaining all these birds and for getting them stuffed was fined for £2,000. But that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
This bird still bears the lead shot from where it was shot.
So
we don't know where it came from, but today
it's not so much for stuffed birds. It's more predator control, isn't it? That's the reason that they're getting shot.
Yes, but the primary reason why the bird was shot was predator control.
Right, yeah.
But if the gamekeeper could make a bit of money on the side by keeping the carcasses and selling them on, and in some cases the gamekeepers were doing the stuffing, so they get more money as well. So no, the primary aim was predator control, and most of these bodies were getting stuffed down rabbit holes or shoved up into the peat, or you know, so they certainly. You know, that wasn't the primary purpose.
And that's still happening today?
The killing's still going on. It's, if anything, it's now greatly increased. There's no longer any denial of this. You find all sorts of excuses when you look at the internet. They'll say, it's a poor year for hen harriers because it's been a cold spring. This is all nonsense, you know, very weak excuses. The only reason why hen harriers are absent, and it's acknowledged by some of the shooting organisations, because too many of them are being killed illegally on driven grouse moors.
And where do you see? So I mean, that was 25 years ago. It's still happening today.
Still happening.
How do you see us progressing in the future? How do you think we can?
The thing is, I think if the general public knew the scale of the problem, if they knew the sort of management that went into these grouse moors to achieve this shooting surplus, if they could see the piles of dead birds and animals that are killed in order to provide this sport for the very wealthy, they wouldn't accept it. If we didn't have grouse shooting in this country, if we didn't have driven grouse shooting, and you went to government and saying, this is what I want to do, I want to burn this vast area of heather moorland, I want to kill all the predators, and then I want to put a load of very wealthy people in holes in the ground, and I'm going to chase the grouse over them for them to shoot. You wouldn't have it. The government wouldn't approve it. You couldn't invent it nowadays. This is something left over from Victorian era. And it's about time we got rid of it, because I think in this modern day and age, it's totally unacceptable.
So you would advocate banning driven grouse moor shoots?
I think from when I did my research 25 years ago, they've had lots of opportunity to clean up their act. They've had 25 years. If anything, it's worse now than it ever was 25 years ago. They're not making any attempt. They're just burying their heads in the sand and just denying it.
Yeah.
So there's to me, now you've had your chance. Now's the time to try and ban grouse shooting.
Yeah. And there is a petition around at the moment
there
to
is
try and
indeed
encourage
a
the
petition.
government
There's
to do
been a
that.
petition. There was a petition last year, and it's been re-released again this year. And I think now it's over 70,000 people.
Yeah.
And I think the more people who get to know about the scale of the problem and what's happening, and it's not just the killing of protected species. There's a whole load of issues connected with grouse moors. You know, it's the drainage, the burning. We're supposed to be looking after these areas. These are areas of standing beauty. They hold vast reserves of carbon, and we're burning this stuff. I mean, to me, it's madness, you know. On top of that, there's all that toxic lead that's going into the environment. There's the drainage ditches that cause very rapid flooding downstream. There's a whole thing that affects water quality.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me, it's a
So
no-brainer.
they've had their chances. Now
Well,
is to stop.
for me, the main issue is the killing of protected species, and it's not just hen harriers; it's every species.
Yeah.
So it's the commonest species like buzzards and sparrowhawks, peregrines. They get killed along with the scarcer species like hen harrier,
Yeah.
buzzards, goshawks. No bird of prey is safe on a grouse moor.
Yeah.